Folks, how are you? Welcome to the Woods Miller channel. So yeah, we all know tool maintenance. It's a pretty important thing, especially if you rely on your tools and you want them to work for you. It's a good practice to, keep them maintained and clean, and so they're, not going to give you trouble when you take them out and need them to work for you, eh? So I've always been pretty good. No, not pretty good. Actually, I'm very good with tool maintenance. I always have been. Nothing crazy, but just keeping stuff clean, like respecting your tools, right? It's real simple. Like, you don't have to do a lot, but just simply just kind of keeping them clean goes a long way. It's like any, machine, like, making sure you're checking your oil, make sure you got clean oil and your oil's full. And, if you do just simple stuff, simple checks like that, like, you seldom have issues. And I've been using power tools. Like, I started in landscape. It was when I kind of first started buying my power tools. So that was, early 2000s when I first started out in landscaping and tree work and stuff like that. So, and since then, like, I've never had literally any issues with any of my tools ever, whether it was hedge trimmers, chainsaws, lawnmowers, vehicles, machinery, literally very little to nothing in terms of, a tool or machine sort of breaking down or not performing properly kind of thing, right? Like, very little. So anyway, I got a job I got to do tomorrow, and I need to get my saws cleaned up. So I'm going to run through one, cleaning one saw. That's the basic kind of, and it will be the basic one. Like, I have just like a straight up basic one that I do. It depends on how sort of gummed up or how long it's been since the last saw cleaning kind of thing, right? So that'll negate kind of how much or how far I go with the cleaning. But anyway, I'll show you, then it's easier to just show you as I'm doing it. Big guy, he's a really big guy. He's a really big guy. Hey, watch out, bro. My shop bench. Okay, so typically what I'll use for just the cleaning here is, you want your air gun here. I got my little compressor there. I already pre-filled it because I'm off grid here and I have to run the generator to fill that up, and it's super loud, so I didn't want to have that running while I'm trying to do the video here. So compressor's pre-filled, so I'll try to use it sparingly so I can kind of get through the whole cleaning. But the saw's not too bad. Like, I just did it probably before the last use of this saw. So, I mean, it can use a cleaning, but it's not super gummed up. It's not too bad. So anyway, your air gun. If you got your tool pouch here, basically just your guide bar rail cleaner here. That, and that's basically it. And then a grease gun if I'm doing the full-on cleaning. So with your grease gun, I don't know if you've seen before, you know, other videos, whatever. You need that little adapter nipple that goes into the end of it. And you want to grease every once in a while. Grease this nose sprocket on here, on your bar, through that little hole. So I already did it like probably not too long ago, so I'm gonna skip that today maybe. Or maybe I'll show it at the end just to show you. Okay, so typically I'll kind of usually just start with the air filter. So take the cover off. That's good, yeah, so it needs to be done. So I'll spray the inside of the cover out. Get that clean. Whoa. Remove the air filter. This one actually looked like I need to replace it here. So sometimes I take it apart and blow it out. Sometimes I just kind of shoot the outside of it. Just get any of the bigger fibers that are kind of hanging out, sitting on it. So, and yeah, sometimes if it's looking pretty dirty, I'll open it up and clean it from the inside. Blow it all out. Put it back together and I'll stick it aside. So then then around here, typically I want to blow this off. There's always chunks and stuff right around the opening here, eh? So obviously I don't want anything going in there. So I basically take my thumb, cover the hole, blow everything out. It's nice and clean around there. We're good. So now we'll get the air filter back on here and close that up, and that's done, and we can move on to the rest of the saw here. So and then even before I even take off the side cover or anything, I just kind of generally just blow everything down. Just a quick thing on the outside here. Blow around everything. You want to get around your oil and your gas lids. Stuff gets caked up in there. Good to keep those nice and clean so you're not getting contaminants in when you open your open the covers. So I'm trying to save air because I don't want to turn the generator on again. So okay, so next on the list, we'll get our cover off the side here. Take that off, loosen it. So the thing is, it's hard to, the saws they're harder to clean, because I don't have a heated shop, so it's hard to keep your saw clean in winter. It's because basically the gunkiness kind of just freezes on, so it can be pretty hard to clean off. So I'll take the cover and then just clean it out So just get the scrape out like the bulky gunk like it is. It's so it's really thick right now because my saws sit outside in the shed in the cold, so it's going to eat up a lot of air out of my compressor there to get this cleaned up. Whereas if it was warm out or not so cold, it'd be a lot easier to clean. It's like, yeah, it's like molasses pretty much. So okay, so loosely got that sort of cleaned out. Now I want to give it a spray. Yeah, and I'm running out of air already. Huh. So. Yeah, so anyway, that's decent. I mean, usually I would get it cleaner than that. But like I was saying, with the cold temperature, it's really caked on, so it's really hard to get off. So it's pretty clean. Okay, so next we're gonna get our bar and chain off. Let's put those on the side for now. And then I'm gonna take the air gun, blow everything out here, get this all clean. The power head is gonna be all clean, and then the power head's gonna be done. All right, so I had to run the generator again to fill that flipping tank up. So, finished cleaning off the power head here. I'm not going to get it crazy because I'm going to keep a bit of air for the bar. We'll literally get one all over, everywhere you can. Anything that has stuff caked on. But like I was saying, it's really not cleaning very well in the cold. So it's just totally gummed on. So it's all part of the joy of winter around here, 6 months a year. So I've got the power head about as clean as I can get it. Like I was saying, in this temperature, like it's just so caked on, like it's pretty clean. Summertime, it would be spotless. Wintertime, you gotta just take what you can get, really. Okay, so we'll put the power head over here. Now we are on to the bar. So just give that rub down. So I usually just start up the nose, run through your rail here. See, it's not too bad. Like I was saying, I just did this like before the last use on the saw there. So that's the general idea. You just want to go through the rails, start up the nose here, just run all that stuff out. Get it right down to the end. So yeah, you want to have that cleaned out. Obviously, it's important for chain mobility and also your oil, for your oil to get in to the rails and lubricate the chain properly and that. So I get right down in there too. Like sometimes you get jammed up in there, so stuff will get jammed in there. So See, there's like more, there's always more. You can kind of always get more, so. And then right through there where the oil is going to come into the rails, this little hole here, so that gets kind of plugged up too, so let's make sure you get all that out too. Sometimes it takes a little poking and prodding, and then you can see, then it's out and it's nice and cleaned out. So that bar is good for that. The air gun isn't going to do much now, like I'm saying, because it's so gummed up, but after I do the scraping, I'll usually I'll start up with the nose here. And just run the air down from the nose back. Give it a good blow out. And then blow the rest off. Blow your holes where your oil is going to come in. It's all nice and clean. And then your little port where your grease would go. Well, this sprocket's good. It's moving good. And, well, I might put some in just to show you, but. So that's good. Okay, so we're all cleaned up. And then typically I'll rotate my bar after each cleaning too. Just helps for wear. Another thing to note too, like this is good. I just did a file on it on my last cleaning. But if you feel any burrs or sort of rough edges on the top of your rail here, you know, just take a file and just get them off until it feels nice and smooth, and there's no sharp edges or anything like that. So yeah, typically, so I just had my bar like that, so I'm going to put it back on like that now. Okay. I'm trying to do this in the camera view, but it's hard to tell if I'm there or not. So typically, you usually have to loosen that. That's what I do, but yeah, we're good there. Okay. Okay, I'll get our cover back on. Okay, now we just got to tighten her back on. So I'll put some tension. Lifting up on the nose here. Sometimes I have a board and I can just sit it on there, and you want to lift up on that nose. The bar is going to be sitting. It's close. Yeah, let's go with that. Okay, so we're on. We're good. We got a decently clean saw. It's, you know, it's good enough. The air filter, all that's nice and clean in there. This is, the rails of the bar are cleaned out, so we should get air, get bar oil flow. So just for the sake of throwing it on there, I already did it, but you know what? I'll give a little shot of grease right into here. So regular old grease gun here. And then you're going to want this little tip that sticks onto the end. And that little tip is going to fit right into that little hole there. Here. Usually when I'm doing this, I would grease this before I even put it back on in the chain. And you can just have it laying flat on the ground. Because sometimes you got to fight to get it kind of into the hole there, but. And I'll give it a rotate, and then you can see it sort of pop out. The grease kind of, I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, a little bit, eh? So you rotate it there, and you see the grease come out. So that's good. I gave it one shot. That's good enough. I don't need to overdo it. Oh, yeah, there you have it. We got a nice, pretty clean saw. Nice, pretty clean saw. She's ready to go for tomorrow. I got a few more I got to do. But yeah, I'll get to those, get those ready to go for tomorrow. So yeah, whatever maintenance you can do. Some is better than nothing, right? So anyway, folks, quick, simple, well, sorry, I try to make it as quick as I can, but very simple process, and well worth your while for sure. Okay, folks, well, yeah, hope that helped. Anyone, if they're not too familiar with cleaning saws or maintaining saws or whatever, that's kind of what this video is for. Obviously, it's not for someone that, you know, cleans saws regularly and knows what they're doing kind of thing. So it's more obviously for maybe someone just kind of getting into saws or something. So like I said, anyway, hope you enjoyed the vid, and we'll catch you on the next one. Till next time.